completed my task. That's how
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of our final episode of Play to Find Out Magic Dance. We lost a PN. Some stuff just kind of came up really like haphazardly, so I had to go deal with that. But the four of us are going to keep going. Basically, Flora will be in the scene, just out and away. Like, if anything, if Flora needs to do anything, that's a cat.
It's a cat.
It is a
Anus.
cat. It is a cat.
Yeah, like Flora, I'll just in the fiction, I'll have Flora do stuff or whatever, like help you guys out or do something to like, just in case it needs to happen.
So we need something to kill. We call upon her.
Right.
Yeah.
So Bishop is going to stay on the ship and automatically start doing like recalculations to like literally any way to get back into warp.
Sure.
If that is even possible, and if it's not, he will find a damn way.
Of course. So we like cut back to the airlock door, and then we just see like that like, and like as it like slides open, and then like there, on the balanced breakfast side is a hazmat suit.
And this is what we would expect a ghost to look like.
Yeah, like they're not always hazmat suits, but they're usually some sort of contained thing.
Okay.
Because their
They're like
bodies are.
They're like an exosuit and then a spirit inside of it.
Yeah, like a weird phasey spirit thing.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do. And then like in the like on like the face window thing is just like drawings of like I guess like a smiley face drawing. And then you see in the window just like a weird blue, almost like Bishop's smoke from his cigarettes, but like a little more ethereal, like a little more like weird ghost light to it.
Okay. So I see like the smiley face just kind of drawn on the faceplate, and I think like the things floating around inside of Ophie like rearranged to mimic like just a smiley drawn on kind of face, because they don't have a face or facial features normally.
I think the camera that Bishop like sneakily stuck inside of you a couple minutes ago, so he could see what was happening, and I'll do a flashback for that if I have to. I think you just hear the speakers on the camera like make you vibrate a little bit. It's like, quit fucking around, Ophi.
So there's that person, and then there's also a
like an old man beard.
No,
Is that like a dude with an old man beard that looks like he's been cast away for 20 years?
No, there is a Grimilkin woman. Like a tiger. She's like a tiger, so she's got like orange fur with the black stripes on her. She's got like a vest, like leather pants or whatever. Like she looks like the badass of the group, you know, like that the space crew stereotypes of those. Like she's like the hardened fighter person, so she's got like some like scars on her face.
Basically, what is Flora to us?
Basically, yes. She's the floor equivalent for this group. She's got like some scars on her face. Her hair's her like head hair is like kind of like matches her like dark that matches her stripes, and it's like tied back kind of like in a dread ponytail. You know those like where the dreads are really long and they like tie it up?
Yeah.
Like in that. She has a and I'm totally not stealing from Thor for this. She has basically like a bunch of blades on her. And so like as the door opens and like they see it, she pulls off like what just kind of looks like a handle and just kind of like does that with it, like, and it extends out into a sword.
I think we hear Bishop over like internal like head comms. It's like, oh, look out, we got a badass over here.
Because Flora would never do something like that.
She'd be like, oh no.
Right, I think Flora even does like there's
He
no
just,
threat.
like, has the
Right, yeah, there's no
flamethrower
there's
with
no
it.
like threatening motion to it. It's just like I'm prepared, and then Flora does the same. I'm prepared as well with like a of the flamethrower.
Mhm.
There's no
She
like
like sparks it once.
yeah, like there's not like she doesn't point the sword at you or anything. It's just I have a weapon just in case kind of thing. And then the ghost kind of like puts their hands up and like, hi, I'm Casper. You must be the crew of the magic dance, right?
That is correct.
Yes, these things you say are true.
Huh?
Meaning-
Maybe don't tell them how many of us there are.
The captain of the ship.
Okay. Opal Pop, got it. And then Flora introduces herself.
Please let me know at any point if anyone lies during this conversation, will you? Please, Lily.
Sure.
Since I'm listening.
I mean, does that count? Because they're not lying to you.
I can tell it's specifically I can tell when people lie.
Okay, well, never
Hey,
mind.
did my camera turn off?
Yeah,
It did.
Sure
Yes, it did.
I thought you did that on purpose.
No, I did not.
Oh, well done.
Uh,
There we go. All right, back.
Yay!
Do I have to readjust or it's fine?
You're in the corner a little bit, like just. There we go. Yep.
Okay,
Perfect.
there we go.
Okay, yeah.
Adjust my seat.
Yeah, sure.
There we go.
Yeah. Does Susha introduce themselves?
I am the medic of the group. I guess that's what I'm hired for. I've been doing a lot of other stuff lately. I don't know. I kind of look towards.
Yeah, I think like Ophi just like kind of like pseudopod over your mouth hole and is like, they are medic. We'll be happy to look at any injuries that may have occurred on your ship while you've been lost.
Well, there's a. I mean, you'll see. And then
Have them just tell us that before we go into the ship, whatever it is.
Casper like looks over at the Grimmelkin and kind of like elbows her, and like, well, introduce yourself, like, OJ.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Like the scientist or the murderer?
She just narrows her eyes.
It's a legit
Okay, that's
question.
it. Fuck this. And then Bishop walks out of the gangplank, just like looking annoyed, and he's got his skull cap back on.
Yeah, and then Casper's like, okay, well, we're all introduced, and and that's probably when Bishop like makes his way down there, and like
Hi, I'm Bishop, first officer.
Oh, hi.
Anyone with any goddamn sense. What's the problem? Get all your people, get on your ship. Let's fucking go. Because I don't want us to be trapped here for 20 years when we were only 10 months or a month in the real world. So,
Wait, what?
Vamonos, muchachas.
I don't think it's quite as simple as that.
Wait, so sorry, you just said it.
You've been lost for a month, and you told us you've been lost for 20 years.
Okay,
How old are you guys?
great.
Try to I look up the one that looks like a complete badass and try to gauge. age.
Maybe 27.
Wait a sec. You've been on. Does she look like she aged 20 years?
I mean, like anyone who's 27 does.
So, let me
Okay,
just
so
put it
Ophi
this
starts
way.
walking towards onto the other ship.
Yeah, and Casper kind of like, okay, yeah, come on, let's go meet everybody.
Whatever.
I'm really sorry. Like, I understand this is probably weird for you guys, but they've been here for 20 years. So, I mean, I have too, but I'm weird anyways. So,
Timmy put on my badass.
So
shades.
why? So help me understand this. Was she on the boat when she was 7?
no.
So you guys have been here for 20 years, and no one with biological processes has aged.
Correct.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
Have you also not had to eat, and that's why you haven't exhausted your stores?
You got it.
Very interesting.
I would
So
like to
you
do
all are
a-
functionally in biological stasis.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can
Uh,
I get
It's fascinating.
can I do the tune of my area to see if I'm in like a twilight zone?
We
Yeah,
just
sure.
jumped into dark space. We are in a twilight zone.
So yeah, like what? Anything like specific you're looking for, or like just like a kind of?
Time anonymity specifically. Or
Okay, well yeah, there's
reality.
definitely that. I guess if you want to get more specific information about it, we can you can do an
What's
attune.
causing it besides just weirdness?
Yeah,
So yeah,
Turn
since
it
unseen
off?
danger and like this weird.
Can I put
yeah.
it in a bottle and sell it?
Sushi
am I
becomes
not
rich by selling
surprised?
immortality potions.
Why am I not surprised?
Sushi
What?
becomes rich by selling immortality potions. The hegemon lives forever, and then there's like a civil war because she never dies.
Fantastic.
Perfect. That's the game, everybody. Go home.
I kind of get it, but not like. it doesn't
Okay,
quite
so
work.
if you got a 4, so I think you just get like the way here feels stale. Like, you know, like if you let a bag of chips out like on the counter for like a long time and then you try to eat, like it feels like that, but with the way, like wait, like and you.
So if the way is a river, the river is stagnant in this.
Yeah, like it's been like a river that's been just sitting there for a long time, and like it's probably really weird to you because you've never felt that before. Like, so this is a brand new feeling, and then that's the like initial thing you get is like, oh, this feels stale or stagnant for some reason.
That
Like, not that
that
you,
is
yeah, like
interesting because it kind of implies that the sectors are like lakes, and the gates are basically rivers between the lakes, and everything else
You
is
know.
just land.
you know.
You see me like taste like smack my lip. It tastes like an awful like purple in here.
Oh my god, is it weird that I know what he means?
Oh,
Like,
Scramble said that too.
Scramble.
yeah.
Yeah, Scrambles. And then he like stops and like before like because you guys like was kind of moving into the ship. And Casper stops and like before like Scrambles is a little like everybody's a little wonky because they've been here for 20 years. So when this happened, Scrambles got hurt.
And hasn't healed for 20 years.
Yeah.
Well,
So, you know, what being in constant pain for 20 years can do more to someone's head than just being in existence for 20 years can.
I mean,
You
If
see
that
me,
makes
like,
sense.
Pull out a knife, and I'm very tempted to prick myself to see if it heals. I'm like almost about to do it. It's like,
I think the minute you do it, Bishop just like reaches over and like grabs the knife.
I'm just saying, for the sake of science.
You're about to have a person who that happened to. You'll be fine.
You see me like slowly put the knife back away.
Okay, let's go meet people.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, Waffle said there are like lowercase g ghosts on this boat.
Oh yeah. So the captain wasn't the first person to own this ship. Like, you know, as ships get sold, that's not weird. But but you know, they haven't been on the ship for a while. But they're on the ship, but you know, in dead person form. Like,
Are they hostile?
no, they're just kind of doing ship things.
This seems very intriguing.
Like, you know, like we might
This sounds like bullshit. Is what it sounds like.
we might be be in the mess hall and we'll see images of people sitting around eating ghost food. And just stuff like that.
Even the foods goes with the. I'm like,
So this is literally okay. We're on a ghost ship. We're on a fucking okay. Everybody.
Okay, so well,
let's
yeah,
just get
let's.
everybody into the magic dance as soon as possible so we can get the fuck out
Well,
of here.
do you want to go meet everybody, or should I just have everybody come onto your ship?
I think everybody need to come to the ship. We need.
What would be more likely to result
wait.
in us not getting hurt by people who are crazy?
I mean, no one's gonna hurt you. It's just,
You just warned me about someone who is mentally unstable because they've been in pain for 20 years.
well, he's never hurt any of us. He's never tried.
Well,
You all have been
new
here for 20
faces.
years.
What was your cargo?
We're not
Uh,
here for the cargo. We're here for them.
Well, we were a science vessel, so we were heading to Breck to do some things.
And what was the last thing like before you got kicked out of the hyperspace? What may have caused it? Would it be the cargo? Was it malfunctioning gears?
Was it an
This isn't normal.
experiment?
No,
that's what I'm
so
like.
the hegemon doesn't really like me or my people. And I think the scans might have picked me up. We didn't seal that properly. So before we went through the gate, they shot at us.
That makes sense.
So your ship was damaged.
Yeah, damaged, and some things weren't working right. That's what Pork said. Like piloting stuff was all wonky. So
I think I like press on my ear comms and I'm like, hey Vi, we're gonna be making a hot exit. Prep for that.
So
Not necessarily.
you guys are kind of. Do you want to bring everybody, or should we? What do you guys want to do?
I'd like to see you run the ship.
This is
There.
Okay.
gonna be bad. This
Well,
gonna be
how about
bad.
let's
Don't
just
like spooks.
let's just go to the bridge.
If you'd like to remain on the mission against, you need to do so, First Officer.
The captain has everybody in the bridge. Do you want to go there and then we can figure things out?
Like Ophi's like glorping their way towards where they assume the bridge is.
Yeah.
You see me talk in like her native tongue, Gorp.
Oh yeah.
Native Glorp.
Native
Like I don't like this. This is very abnormal. I think we might be in trouble. And then I switch over to Bishop native tongue and repeats the same thing to him.
So common. So English.
The other language.
I speak Kai. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that'll cover both of them. So
Yep.
I think Bishop just says in Kai. It's like, I swear to God, if Ophi gets us killed, I'm gonna jar them.
So you guys get to the bridge, and then like when the door opens, a couple people stand up. So there's another Grimmelkin, like another Grimmelkin tiger. This one's a male, a man. And then there is a Veltruge, which are the little fish in a bowl people. So they're like, do you remember Portal 2?
Mm-hmm.
You know the fat robot
yes.
who was like an orb and then like arms and legs coming out of it.
Yeah.
It's like that, except like instead of like an orb, it's like their bowl is like that center orb, and so you see like a little fish with like the goo stuff in there, and then it's like robotic arms and legs coming out of it, kind of like that. So like they're like in the center with like that kind of thing.
Gotcha. I'm visualizing.
You see a human, like pretty standard, like he's like lighter skin, like kind of a beard, scruffy, like he's wearing the same-ish sort of things that Bishop wears, like that like tank top with like the pilot suit hanging off kind of thing. And then you see someone. So they're a Velna, which are like the they've got like the sideways mouth, 4 eyes, and their skin's like a weird silk material. And they're like they're made of cartilage essentially. They're humanoid.
That was the family that we got.
Yes. Zoinks.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Zoinks was the baby of their lizard.
Yes.
They are currently doing like not a yoga pose, because I don't think this is a yoga pose, but like they're like they're like on their chest, but their legs are up, and they're like they have like a weird little like something that they're tinkering with.
Contortionist?
Kind of a contortion pose, like they're lying like this, and then their legs are like up like that.
Do they have opposable thumbs on their feet, so they need like all 4 hands?
No, like it's like they're relaxing, which is weird because that pose doesn't look relaxing, but they seem relaxed. And they're just
Sure.
like, tinkering with a thing.
Where's this gentleman that is hurt?
Oh, that's Scrambles. And he like Casper points towards the Velna that's like in that pose. And then upon hearing his name, Scrambles like looks up and looks towards Casper, and then looks at all of you, and like tilts his head, and hello. The goddess grants you good welcome to the Brown's breakfast.
Yes, the
Eyeballs
goddess
at
is great.
Shusha.
You see me? Yes, the goddess is great. You know the good news?
Yes, of course I do.
We have time for that on the way back, and I just like pinch Susha's ear and just like, slowly like pull, like for some, like maybe Susha's up on his tiptoes because he's that excited. And just slowly.
Yeah, and so Scrambles like pushes himself up, and then you see like some sort of spike or like a piece of ship just extruding out of his torso with like dried blood just like on it, like dried clear blood just on it.
You see me like, I think we need to fix up before we jump, just in case.
Yeah.
And then the Grimmelkin man like walks over and kind of just enters into the conversation and just like puts his hand out towards Ophi, and you're the captain.
That's correct. Pseudopod will shake his hand.
Yeah, it shakes. Captain Tony. So just introductions out of the way. You've met Casper, my sister OJ. Points at the like the Veltruge, the fish in the jar or fish in the bowl.
Says OJ. I said like the murderer or the scientist.
What?
The juice.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Anyway,
I like neck sushi.
he points at the Veltruge. That's Waffle. Points at the guy with the beard, and like that's Pork. And then that is with the thing in his chest is Scrambles.
It's a pleasure to meet you
So
all.
the minute here's probably what's going to happen is the minute we get out of this warp time anomaly thing, he like mouths it.
What? I'm sorry, Bishop. I can't hear you. I didn't catch that. What was that? I'm sorry.
In Grimmel, can I speak Grimmelkin? I don't think I can.
Probably not. Like maybe a few words, but like not like.
I feel like considering I dated a pirate Grimmelkin lady, I'd know the word for dead.
Probably.
I just pointed at him and I'm just like dead in Grimmelkin.
And then and like he looks at Scrambles and then looks back at like, do any of you are any of you a doctor?
You see me just crack my knuckles.
Yes,
Yes, I
he's a
am.
fantastic doctor.
Well, if Scrambles is a friend, so if you could take a look, and
Oh,
I guess
I think I could fix them before we jump.
get at least an assessment. I mean,
Like, it was
prefer
like, come hither, young ward.
yes. And Scrambles like walks up to you.
Okay, and we're going back to the ship, and I'm gonna have to do some things to you. You're probably not gonna feel it, but hopefully everything works out.
Bishop just starts laughing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's come.
One moment. And then Scrambles like touches the weird spike thing and kind of like imagine this is it, like just grips it and then kind of like strokes it a little bit. And then like, The goddess thinks this is a good idea.
Yes, the goddess says indeed.
Oh my fuck.
This way, fellow worshiper of the goddess.
Of course. And then Scrambles follows you.
Yeah, we head back to the medical bay. And can I do a doctor roll on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say your position's risky.
Yeah. I can't complain that argument.
like any other injury, like in your medical bay without anything going on, will be controlled. But this is a weird time injury that happened 20 years ago, and like
if I mess up, I don't think he will die outright.
Like it's a whole thing. Like
That's
so.
the weird thing about it.
I think Bishop just calls, like, gets on comms and just in Kai just says, "Hey, Vi, if anything goes wrong in the med bay, just vent all the oxygen, okay? Thank you." And like hangs up.
And then like.
And then immediately,
Do you speak Kai?
no, dang it. All right, never mind.
Yeah, and then I think back you get like, okay, just little thing. Math is weird here.
You're kidding.
No, you can.
There's something wrong, Bishop.
Apparently, math is weird here.
Ooh, is it one of those things that 1 + 1 = 5?
Like she's running so like I think Bishop, you get like a little thing on your pad and like you see like a simulation that's like, yeah, like there's just numbers are being weird and like not adding up correctly, and like basically the simulations that would be fine. Like she sends you the simulation for like a thing like not this, just like a thing like, oh, like what would be a flight plan to go 700 clicks that way or whatever, and it like failed for some reason, and it's like a weird reason why it failed.
Set the variable for time equal to 0.
I'll keep plugging away at it, see how it goes.
Try that. Have you tried that?
Well, no, but I'll work on it. Like it's like I can't really.
I want to make a pirate roll and just say time doesn't work here. Set all the variables to 0 and it should work. That's exactly what I want to do.
Like, well, it's not like I can change time in the computer, but I mean, I'll give it the old
Maybe I can.
they'll try.
Oh, you're still speaking Kai. Never mind.
No, I'm speaking normal now. Now that I'm not trying to tell someone that if the crazy person on the ship goes crazy to murder them.
Okay, you see me, the first thing before I even start this, I put pain medicine into the person
Mm-hmm.
and sedate them. Because this is probably going to be a minute.
Okay.
Okay, and I get +1 from working in the medical bay. The complications, but
5.
it
Yep.
works.
So yeah, you do like you get to the point like so you like start doing stuff, and once you start working, you realize it is like, okay, this is like, it's really weird, but you're a very good doctor. Basically, is like that's the thing. Like so, like because you're a very good doctor, you can be like, oh yeah, this was a stab that happened 20 years ago, but hasn't changed except the blood's dried. So like you kind of get into it, and it's like, oh, okay, like I can do this, right? Yeah.
It's one of those weird things that's like, it technically isn't bleeding, but the blood came out, but
Right,
it's still
yeah.
functioning.
It's still functioning, and it's like you think it would be bleeding if it hadn't like it's like kind of scabbed over, but not entirely. And it's like the very top layer is kind of scabbed over, but like right under that is like still a fresh wound, and so like you kind of get used to the weirdness of it, and you are able to like get it in and then you like pull out the thing,
Okay.
and when you pull out like the piece of metal,
The ghosts go insane.
I gotta go suck a punch of ghosts.
you get when you pull the thing out, you get a weird feeling from this piece of metal. Like the staleness that was around you suddenly gets like a weird, like it's like someone sprayed an air freshener in your face, and like your mind gets a little wonky.
It tastes a little less purple. It tastes more violet.
Yeah, like that weird synesthesia taste thing of like the feeling of the way is like a little different, and you can't quite tell what that means, but like if you try to do any way stuff now, it might be a little weird. And it's a consequence, so you can resist this. But like, yeah, you
see me try to.
you're aware of a big change in the way because you pulled that out.
I'm not sure. Would I try to force it back to the way it was, or would I force it back to what it should be? I'm not sure.
Whichever you want.
I think I'm gonna force it back to the way it is, because trying to force it to be something that's not natural, you'll probably mess it up.
To like enclose it back in that weird stale way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine Jedi powers.
Yep. And yeah, this so it sounds like you were just perfect.
Resist.
Damn, nice.
Nice.
And I
That's a
clear
crit.
1 stress.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you clear. Yeah. You immediately you like do a weird force thing and like wrap it in the way around you and like kind of enclose it back in on itself. And then you get Scrambles like his wound like sealed up.
Yeah.
And then Scrambles like sits up and like the goddess does excellent work through you. Thank you.
Of course.
Can I have the goddess back?
The piece of metal.
Yeah, he's like reaching for the piece of metal.
I'm like, do you know which goddess you're talking about? Because let me show you.
Put that shit in containment.
The goddess.
Please.
You see, you give him another goddess like pamphlet. Here's the real goddess.
Oh yes, yeah. And he like takes it and like points at like the picture. Like yes, that's her.
You see me?
Oh, you're an old believer.
No, you're in a. You know what?
Oh,
buddy?
so here, it's very simple.
Okay.
In the year, like, random year number, that's like 5 years ago. Well, actually, no. So it's weird because it's 15 years in the future from you, but it's 5 years ago for him. So he says some random year, and like,
No, wait a minute. It's 5 years for me, 25 for him.
No, it's 5 years in the past for him, which makes it 15 years in the future for you because they've been out here for 20 years.
Yeah, but they left.
I follow.
A month.
Right. But he's saying this happened out there.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like on this side of the rift.
Mm-hmm. And he basically starts going off on a thing that like something tried to challenge the goddess where she lived, and like it was a hard fought battle, and then she realized that she had to be more connected to to the physical to like the physical, and so she chose so she spread herself out into several artifacts around the galaxy, and this is one of those artifacts.
Okay, but let me help you with. But I have to give you one more thing before we get the healing factor done. Is I eject him with like one more thing. Some or knockout.
Okay, sure.
I'm doing it smoothly though. It's like yeah. Like here you go, buddy, and he goes to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that he stays down for sleep.
Yep.
It's like time to take this thing and put it on lockout.
Containment.
Yeah.
So while that all was happening,
back on the BB.
I think that Ophi was like coordinating with Tony to make sure like their ship isn't going to make it back. It was damaged.
Oh no, yeah, like he's totally.
We're like what kind of scientific like materials like do you have readings from being trapped in this place for 10 years or 20 years? You know, just like obviously the crew, but is there any other stuff we might be able to salvage here?
So they were
stuff
going.
Not being necessarily physical things, like data is also a thing.
Okay, yeah. So basically, like, so he tells you basically what the ship was doing. It was going to Nightfall. There was basically they were basically a courier essentially for Casper and a bunch of stuff. Like some weird experiment science stuff. Like he doesn't know what they are, but like it wasn't bad stuff. It was just weird science stuff that he's not a scientist, so he doesn't understand it.
Sure.
And it's like, yeah, we were going to Nightfall to drop the kid and all that off, but then that happened. So there's that. I think it's good. You can ask Casper more about it. I think he said it's still okay, but I mean, so our sensors have been working and we've got data, but it doesn't really mean anything. Like, it's here. And I think he like shows you, he shows you what,
flatline.
Well, like, he shows you what Vi showed Bishop basically. Like he just does something with the ship's computer and like brings up like a projection of something. And you just see the math doesn't work right. Like,
interesting.
Yeah, like as if he brought up like a calculator.
Ophi's good at like accounting, but is Ophi good at like complex like interdimensional calculus?
So maybe not a lot, but
Well, you can totally get this. Like, it's as if he brought up a calculator and typed 4 plus 4 and hit equals, and the computer is like, oh yeah, that's 27.
Yeah, but like, what occurs to Ophi is that if we've got 20 years of this data of stuff not adding up correctly, maybe with Vi's help, we can figure out what's different here.
Yeah.
That would make 4 plus 4 equal 27.
Bishop has just been sitting there trying to make. Bishop has been doing that, but doing it by hand, and has been trying to just do basic proofs of like to solve for 1.
Just like weird, yeah, like going on to like basic stuff.
Yeah, like because interestingly enough, math nerd fact: 1 cannot be proven. Like in real math, 1 is not a value that can be solved for.
God, I fucking oh my god, proofs were odd.
Like math cannot be like 1 cannot be proved because you need 1 to solve for everything else. And
right.
So,
yeah.
Basically, what Bishop is doing is he's like, okay, clearly 1 is different. Let's solve for 1.
Yeah, and I think like I think Pork sees you like just scrambling on a tablet or whatever, and like walks over and kind of like looks over your shoulder and is like, put an X there. And like it helps you. It doesn't make sense why it worked, but for some reason it like, oh, well then yeah, if I put the X there, then this works out. And like yeah, I've tried a little bit of stuff, but I couldn't get that far. So I figured out you put an X there, it works.
This is very interesting and helpful.
Have you been? Oh, for the adults are talking. Have you been able to solve for 1?
I mean, what's 1 here?
1 is any value I can base all the rest of my calculations off of.
Well, and like so he like basically you and him start talking pilot shop.
Yeah, we're talking calculus.
Yeah, basically
like theoretical calculus.
Yeah. OJ, I think OJ and Flora start talking about weapons, because everyone else is just talking about weird smart people stuff, and so I think like OJ was just like near Flora and like, so what model flamethrower is that? And then yeah, they just start talking about weapons.
You see me come out of the room, and I kind of go to Oakley and I talk in the native tongue of the Opie, the thing. So, anything's going on over here?
We're just working towards being able to leave. There's quite a bit of material that we need to be transferred over to the magic dance. We should get started on that sooner rather than later.
Okay. I make an announcement to the group. Their friend Scraps is going to make it. He just needs some rest.
Scrambles.
And also, if he asks about this thing, what's in here, don't tell him. It's for his own good.
Is that the goddess rod?
Well, it's in the case. Like,
okay, gotcha.
Just making a group announcement. No one knows what's in the case. Don't tell them what's in the case.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, Vi. Set pi equal to 2.634.
Fucking. I have to have because I know you'll appreciate this. I have to have a separate computer that I'm rewriting the freaking operating system on, because math shouldn't be this, but now I have to make a new computer. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, it's so weird because you're telling a computer to redo how math works, so she's just super frustrated.
Yeah. So
I sort of have been assuming that like cores are like not strictly like computing.
Oh no, yeah. Like there's more. There's way more to it than that. But she still has like a program, right? Yeah, she still has like a processing core at her core, and is still like So like you're telling a very very smart computer to relearn basic math, and so it's just like a whole thing for her.
So yeah, I think Ophi just organizes everyone to start like, Jesper, make us to your experiment. Let's see if we can move it over to our
Yeah. I think so. We move from like very focused stuff to like a kind of a montage.
I make sure that Buddy stays sedated.
Yeah. So we see like Bishop, Pork, and Vi are like chatting about weird theoretical math. Flora's helping OJ move her weapons over. Because you guys have an armory now, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So Flora's
I'd
helping.
like to say anything they bring over, I tune check for ghosts.
Sure, yeah, you're just running basic like way stuff, and yeah, it has that weird staleness to it, but it's all okay.
As long as it's not a stillness with ghosts, I'm okay.
And so yeah, like Flora's moving those weapons and stuff over. I think Ophi and Casper and Tony are like checking out the cargo and stuff, and then also checking out like the computer systems and getting the readings off of them and everything. I think yeah, so you and the crew are getting everything ready onto the Magic Dance to like get back into the warp and get back to somewhere.
To somewhere as opposed to where we are right now, which is nowhere.
Right, exactly. And I think we like so I'm gonna do a thing because I'm the space master. So I think as you guys are like finishing up and like kind of like we get like the finishing up scene of the montage where Tony kind of like sets a big case down on like you're in your guys' cargo space and like like does like the thing to like well that should be the last of it. Anything else you can think of, Casper? Like Casper shakes his head like no, that should be good. I really appreciate you guys bringing this stuff over. Well, if it's been a month there, it should still be good, I think. I'm not really sure. We'll figure it out.
Well, every moment we spend here is probably days. No, vice versa. Never mind. So we're fine.
And then
minutes, we should be all right.
And then who's still on the balanced breakfast?
Not me.
I
don't think anyone is.
I'm at the
just
bridge.
finished.
I'm just making sure nothing comes over.
Okay. Okay, so if no one's on the balanced breakfast, then
nothing happens.
Yeah, I guess nothing happens.
Nothing
I'm
you
just saying,
notice
like
happens.
I'm making sure everything that comes over, like Pacific, I'm not trying to avoid it.
No, yeah.
'Cause I'm like forced.
No, it's fine. Nothing nothing of the cargo or whatever they're bringing on. Like you don't get any like ghost sets from it, and like and yeah, like it's not even like a dangerous roll thing you have to do just because like you're just doing like a cursory scan of it all. It's it's all good. Basically, oh wait, so Sushi, you're probably like at the airlock then, like scanning these as they come on.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Like
So
if something's about to come over, I'm going to force punch the fuck out of it.
So on the airlock, like on the BB's side of the airlock, all of the crew is off of it.
Yep.
You see basically like mist start to like form and start to like it's like so it's basically like turning into fog, and then in the fog starts to form like humanoid shapes.
You said, You see me just way pushing the fuck out.
So yeah, you like
and you see me shout to Bishop, I think it's time to go. They're trying to get rowdy. Should I?
and then like
And I think Bishop is just like, put on your helmet, and then just detaches the airlocks.
You know what? I'm just like,
Yep, yeah, it is like emergency like break. And like so you see like your guys' door closes and it like your ships break apart. So like you have to like tear off a piece of the balanced breakfast with you just because you force ejected it off. And in this hole of the balanced breakfast, you see that weird mist. And then like we just see a hand reaching out. And then we cut to break. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I forgot how to stream. Yeah, so we'll be back for the final portion of the final episode of Magic Dance. See you in after the break.